Steve Stoute just delivered an incredible message about betting on yourself. He talked about how he left a job paying him $2.5 million to work for another company that was only going to pay him $150,000 a year. He then turned around and helped them sell that company for a profit of $190 million. So we're going to go ahead and look at this video, and I'm going to give you my honest breakdown of what I think he's talking about and how he was able to do it.
How do you determine whether or not to take a salary, a large salary, or take a smaller salary with equity in something? How do you determine that? How does Steve Stoute determine that?
So, I'm in the music business.
Yes.
I went through something.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't mind me telling you the story.
I would love to hear it.
I'm working at the record company. I'm at Interscope. I went from Sony, I went to Interscope. My salary is $2.5 million a year. I'm 27 years old.
Ooh, at 27?
I'm doing well by anybody's standards.
Yeah.
Better than well.
Yeah.
Right? Making money, more money than football players back then in 97.
Yeah.
Okay?
For sure.
This opportunity comes along where I see, Men in Black happens, the agency that put the glasses in product placement for Will Smith. Oops, sorry. The agency that did that, I wanted to work with them because I've never met an agency before. I'm like, damn, Will Smith wore these glasses. The glasses went crazy, and everybody thinks that was an accident. I could do that shit every single day. I know exactly who the people are that should be touching these products in order to create, an opportunity to sell more of that product.
So first of all, he talked about the company that he was already working for. He was comfortable there. He said he knew everybody. He knew specifically what to do. So for him to start looking at this other company, because this company was the one that helped put these glasses together for the glasses in Men in Black, everybody's seen those. That was something completely new for him. So even at that age, he was very mature, because $2.5 million back then, that would be crazy to somebody right now. It's probably quadruple that amount. But it just shows that he was wise beyond his years to be able to go take that leap of faith and to believe in himself.
Spent time at that agency. The guy made me an offer. I'll give you 25% of the agency and $150,000 salary if you come here.
Equity.
So I'm going to leave the record business. $2.5 million. All of the
perks that come along
that
with
come with it. Who you are, the rooms you walk in, everything that comes with that. To go work in an agency where I don't know anybody. I really don't even know the business. I just know that one aspect of the business. And I'm like, if I don't make that bet on myself now, when I'm 28 years old, 29 years old, when would I ever do it? When I have a family, when I have kids? I'll never make that bet.
Right.
I made that bet. We sold that agency within 2 years for $190 million.
Woo! $190 million. If he doesn't bet on himself now, he'll probably never do it. See, a lot of us have all these opportunities and things that we can accomplish and we can do. We don't take that leap of faith. We don't take that step. Half of these people that get all this money is because they took a chance and he bet on himself and he won.
I was rich by 31. Yeah, I was 31 years old.
Wow.
Doing it at an extremely high level. I'll tell everybody that. When I built this company, United Masses, the employees get equity in the company. I want people to get equity. I want people to make more money. But you can't teach people sacrifice. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You just can't teach it.
That's what then you got to be willing to
That's
give up
what
something.
you got to be willing to do that. I will offer that. But if you're going to sit there and think short term, then you're really betting against yourself.
See, most people are not willing to give up the things they have right now for something better in the future. A lot of times we've been programmed to go to school, go to college, get a good job, work at that job, work all the way to you're 65, 70 years old, then retire with the money that you have left over or saved up in your retirement account? What percentage of people actually live a good life after they retire? Or do they even retire? I understand you got to have that security, but you can't always play everything safe. Get some additional income coming in on the side and then continue to work that business, because it is extremely hard, but work that business till you can build yourself up and you can make your own rules and your own decisions.
On yourself. You can't think that you're getting away with something because somebody overpaid you. You got to believe that you are worth more than that salary.
Absolutely.
And that you can prove that. And if you are worth more than that salary, why wouldn't you have equity? I just think that it's over time, the whole working class idea, how you work, has shifted from the indentured servant, the slave, the employee, to ownership.
Indentured
This is
servant
your
to
show, and I'm
ownership.
proud to do this with you because everybody publicly seen what you did, that you knew your worth. You created value and you knew your worth and you got what you deserved because you got what you earned.
Correct.
Yeah.
And if you don't have an opportunity to have ownership, then no matter how good you are, you'll never feel the impact of your value.
Never. Dang.
So, you got to do that. And you're going to take a short-term L to do that, so what?
Right.
I don't want to be one of these people. I never wanted to be one of these people who said, man, I came up with this idea, I invented this, I did all this shit, but you never got a chance to benefit from it because you took the short-term money? That's not cool. And you see it all the time with a lot of your peers. I'm sure you want to tell them all the time, man. I don't know what you could do to help them, but a lot of these guys they are trapped by that mentality of short term. They feel like they're stealing or something. Like every time they get a check, they're getting away with something. No, you're giving away too much.
Right.
Yep. Sure are.
Well, it comes down to, how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as talent, or do you see yourself as a partner? Do you see yourself as an owner?
Do you see yourself as talent, a partner, or an owner? In reality, whatever you're getting paid, you're worth way more than that. Do you honestly think that these places would pay you over what you're worth to where it cuts down their profits and what they receive on the back end?
Long we've been talented.
Taught to believe that.
Yeah. Because you come into football, they cut you a check. You're not you don't own part of the team. You come into basketball, but in this media space, what we've been able to do digitally, okay, no.
Hell no. But you know what? Even outside of the digital, and I ask you something, man. I watch your ex-partner, not your partner, your ex-host, Skip. I don't even understand why all these other black athletes even go on the show now. I don't even understand what they're doing. To me, it's so clear that he
needs them.
Black talent, athletes, rappers. He's doing everything to prop himself up. And I know he's getting paid over there, and everybody else is getting pennies on the dollar.
And I think just last week of the time of this recording, he had the lowest viewership that he's ever had. So it just shows you how talented and how big of a figure Shannon Sharp actually was to that podcast.
I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you go over there and do that? He clearly isn't the guy. He needs you. Why don't everybody leave the show and let's watch him do it for a minute. That show would be dead immediately. They get all these guys over there, they give him pennies on the dollar, and they prop him up. I'm like, we got to stop doing that, man. We can't do that no more. It's not worth it. And there's nothing that comes out of it long term, except what they benefit from.
Well, I like where I am right now. So a lot of times these brands will throw a large sum of money, and an athlete or an entertainer will take that. It's like, okay, fine. But how do you convince them, like, take less of this and become partnership or equity stake?
Jay-Z understood that from the beginning because he was an independent artist.
Okay.
So when Jay-Z was selling music out the back of a trunk, which Master P did, which Birdman and Cash Money did, Luke Skywalker did. There's some great entrepreneurs who sold like literally hand-to-hand combat with distributing music.
Yep.
What they knew was whether they got there because they tried to get a record deal and then they got turned down, so then they had to just do that. They learned the margin was there. That was the first time you got a chance to look under the hood and realize, wait a minute, this thing that cost me, $1 to make that I could sell for $16, all that money right there, that's mine. If I got a record deal, I'd be getting a small fraction of that. Once you learn that, and once you see that, you can't unsee that.
Right.
So betting on yourself becomes the right thing to do because that's where the margin is.
Once you see the freedom and opportunity and the clarity that you have on your life, once you do it on your own, it's no going back, man. It's no going back. I'm telling you.
The whole point of building this company, our music company, was that I felt like artists should be independent. They should keep a lion's share of the money. They shouldn't give away their name and likeness because they got money when they was 18 years old or their first record deal. In order for that deal to be a good idea, the record company has to have more belief in you than you have in yourself.
Yes.
Right? Because they're basically saying, I'm giving you $500,000 and you're going to give me your name and likeness for the next 10 years or whatever the term is. You didn't even get a chance to find out what it's worth on your own.
Yeah.
Being independent, there was a period of time where it was hard to be independent. When those guys did it, not everybody was built for that. But today, while music is being distributed between Apple and Spotify, and you have a platform like United Masters that you can go through and put your music out and get it distributed everywhere, why would you not do that versus going to get a record deal, getting some money, but sacrificing, giving away all of the upside for a short-term check?
Now, the reason why a lot of people would do that is because they're looking for more of that clout. There's more people that would rather be famous than be wealthy. They want to be seen as they have money. You look online, there's a lot of different places. We don't have to call out a specific social media platform, but a lot of people try to make it look like they made it and make it look like they got money. Hey, do what you do. Sometimes they say fake it till you make it. That's how some people get on. If you have the opportunity to take that chance to build something on your own, build something on the side until you can build up enough equity, build up enough revenue to where it can replace your 9-to-5. Because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna look out for you and nobody's gonna work harder for your dreams than you. Because if you don't work for your own dreams, you're gonna be working for somebody else, help building their dream.